All right, shalom.
Shalom.
First and foremost, we're going to say
Kahala Yahweh Ba'Hashem Yahushai Ba'Hashem Ruach.
Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, and salutations to the elect, pushing this word in truth and sincerity across the four corners of the earth. So today, we're going to do this video on, you got demons.
We got demons out here.
Yeah?
Look at that.
You guys are going to get in a car accident. Yeah. It's another day in the belly of the beast, you know? Demons out here all over the place. And funny enough, just when I'm about to do the work. So, this video, we're going to do this talking about the path of a good soldier. Because that's definitely something that, that us as brothers in this truth need to be reminded of, you know, on a daily basis, is the path of a good soldier. Because hell is a funny thing, man. Going through hell will make you forget that that's what you're supposed to go through sometimes. You know what I mean? That's why I think the Apostle Paul said, "Think it not strange when the fiery trial of hell tries you," roughly paraphrasing. Right? Think it not strange, because this truth should be something that you're meditating constantly throughout the day. And if you're meditating on it constantly throughout the day, that should give you that should give you an edge when you're going through it, right? It's different when if you get caught off guard, you're more likely to suffer more than you would if you didn't get caught off guard. That's why the scriptures also talk about that the destruction, right, the coming of Yahweh Shai is going to come as a thief in the night, right? But that's not going to come as a thief in the night to us, because we're constantly on guard. We're doing the script, we're doing the work, studying the scriptures, so we know that Yahweh Shai is coming. Yeah, we don't know the exact day, but we know he's coming, and when he comes, it's going to be glory for us, man. Everybody else is going to come as a thief in the night, you know, especially 2/3 of Israel, man. And men that are not being diligent. Even men in the truth are not being diligent. It's coming a thief in the night to you as well. Okay, so we'll start off with 2 Timothy 2, and I'll start from 1. Let me know when you get to verse 4, okay?
All right, come on. 2 Timothy 2 and 1. Thou therefore, my son, be strong in the grace that is in Yahushua HaMashiach. And the things that thou hast heard of me among many witnesses, the same commit thou to faithful men, who shall be able to teach others also.
That's right. You know, our apostles and our elders are faithful men. And they were able, how did we know they're faithful men? Because they were able to teach us. As a salesman, okay, if you're not confident in your product, how do you make that sale?
You can't.
You can't. You know, so you're not even faithful. But the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, they were faithful in their product, that product being the truth of Yahweh Ba'Hashem Yahushai. That's why they were able to bear fruit and teach men. And you got an example, and we're a living example of that. You know, you brothers out there doing the work in truth and sincerity are a living example of that. Brothers all over the world are a living example of that. Okay, go ahead.
Thou therefore endure hardness as a good soldier of Yahushua HaMashiach.
That's right. Thou therefore endured hardness as a good soldier of Yahushua HaMashiach. What verse is that?
That was 3.
Okay, go ahead.
No man that warreth entangleth himself with the affairs of this life.
No man that warreth entangleth himself with the affairs of this life. Okay, slack it. Read verse 3 again.
Thou therefore endure hardness as a good soldier of Yahushua HaMashiach.
Now get Matthew 7 and 13. Because, like I said earlier, man, this is all about enduring. This truth is all about enduring. The word patience means to suffer, and to suffer without complaint. Right? The most patient people on this planet are going to be the elect. Because they've been suffering since day one they came to truth, all the way on to death. So go ahead.
Matthew 7:14.
13, read to 14.
13? Okay.
Yeah.
Enter ye at the straight gate.
Enter ye at the straight gate. When you look up that word straight, it's not talking about an actual straight gate. It's talking about straight. When you look it up, it's talking about straight as in hardness. Like, do you have the blue letter on your
Yeah.
phone? You do? Well, let's look up that word. 144. So, nice. I'm gonna say you better have the blue letter. All right. So where we going? Matthew.
Yeah, Matthew 13.
Okay.
Matthew 7 and 13.
Matthew 7. Let's go 13. Now, we look at that word straight. Yes, straight. We look it up. Narrow, straight. Bear with me one moment. Yeah, I see blue letters going off. Yeah, blue letters going off. They have it as okay, yeah, here. Actually, here's a good example. So it says of quality, one who does not haste, does not waver. Right? So you're straight, you're narrow. Right? Because when you're going through hell, the moment you go through hell and you start doing this, you're gonna fall. When you go through hell, you want to be straight, right? Because you don't know what is trying to pull you off, right? So read that again.
Enter ye in at the straight gate. For wide is the gate, and broad is the way that leadeth to destruction, and many there be which go in thereat.
Yes. Read that one more time.
Enter ye in at the straight gate. For wide is the gate, and broad is the way that leadeth to destruction, and many there be which go in thereat.
So now it says, enter ye read that one more time, Slake.
Enter ye in at the straight gate.
Yeah.
For wide is the gate,
Uh-huh.
and broad is the way
Uh-huh.
that leadeth to destruction.
Wide is the gate and broad is the way that leadeth to destruction. So what does that mean? The more people that are involved in the faith, the higher of a chance it is false. Because you can't like, the word faith is synonymous with holy. The word holy means to make separate. If everybody's included, how is that really separate? Which in turn, how is that really holy? So how do you know that? So now I'm gonna show you something. So I looked up how many Christians in the world. According to 2011, 9 years ago, Pew Research Center survey, there are 2.1 billion Christians around the world in 2010, up from about 600 million in 1910, according to 2015 believers in Christ from a Muslim background. That's even worse. So 600 million of those people came from a Muslim background, right? A global census study estimates 10 million Muslims converted to Christianity around the world. Yo, that's heavy. But this is supposed to be the truth. This is what the scripture's talking about. Broad is the gate that leads to the destruction. 2.1 billion people are Christians. We have 7 billion people on the planet. That's almost a third of the whole planet is Christians. So that can't be the truth. Christianity can't be the truth. Go on.
And many there be which go in thereat.
And many there be which that go in that. We just read that 10 million Christians or 10 million Muslims since 2015, 4 years ago, transferred to being Christians. So all those guys, all they're doing is they're lining up for the slaughter. You think they're enduring anything? They're not enduring nothing. They're not going through it. They might be tormented of demons, But what's harder? Being tormented of demons and not even knowing that? Or being tormented of demons and being aware of it? You know? Like, you can't really feel pain that you're not aware of. You know? Go ahead.
Because straight is the gate and narrow is the way,
Mm-hmm.
which leadeth unto life,
Mm-hmm.
and few there be that find it.
And few there be that find it, and it leadeth unto life. That's why this truth, in the name of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, is the life, man. Only 144,000 men on this planet have the truth. I always say this: 1% of a countless nation, of the whole world. That's even little. That's even more minute. Now go back to Timothy.
2 Timothy 2, and I'll start for 2 Timothy.
Actually, Slacky, get Romans 11 and 7 real quick. Actually, no, you don't need to get that. It's all good. It's straight past.
Okay. 2 Timothy 2 and 3.
Mm-hmm.
Thou therefore endure hardness as a good soldier of Yahushua HaMashiach.
Mm-hmm.
No man that warreth entangleth himself with the affairs of this life,
Mm-hmm.
that he may please him who hath chosen him to be a soldier.
That's right, man. We don't entangle. Man, we're at war. We don't have time to entangle ourselves with the affairs of this world, of this life. And guess what, man? Your family, your auntie, okay, your Aunt Becky, your grandmama, they might all hate you. Because you're always studying that book. You're always reading the Bible. You're always talking about the end of the world.
Mm-hmm.
You're so depressing. You're so dark. You know?
When you're speaking the truth.
When you're speaking the truth. That's all you're doing. But we don't have time to entangle ourselves with the world, man. Because every moment you spend with this world is a negative in your spiritual bank account. It's just that simple. We're laying ourselves up treasures in heaven and not on earth where moth corrupt. As the scriptures say. Go ahead.
And if a man also strive for masteries, yet is he not crowned, except he strive lawfully.
Yeah. Go ahead.
The husband...
What verse was that?
that was verse 5.
Okay, go ahead.
The husbandman that laboreth must be first... Bro, slacking.
Read that one more time, the one verse ahead. Verse
5?
Yeah.
And if a man also strive for masteries,
Mm-hmm.
yet is he not crowned,
That's right. Go ahead.
except he strive lawfully.
You have to strive lawfully, man. Right? Because there's a right way. There's a right way in striving, and there's a wrong way in striving. How do you strive lawfully? Well, we're striving lawfully because we're doing it according to the law. Hence the word lawfully. You know, we have the scriptures. We know that, okay, for example, we know that we can't keep all the laws, but that we should try to keep them to the best of our abilities. We're striving lawfully. Right? We know that we always have to be on the highways and byways doing this work week in and week out and make videos. We can't just sit and complain about the world and read the scriptures all day and study and not apply it. But we know that because it's in the scriptures, so we're striving lawfully. We're not eating pork. We're striving lawfully. Even though when you first like, I mean, I didn't have this problem, but you know, I like when you first come to truth, you're still shaving off that old man. You still have habits of the flesh that you're shaving off. Right? And you have to strive lawfully, but you can't strive lawfully if you don't have the law. Or if you don't know the law, or if you neglect the law. You know, you got brothers, you got men in this truth, okay? You had men in this truth that were so-called doing the work, but they had lineups every week. That's not striving lawfully. Or they're shaving their beards clean cut. That's not striving lawfully. Or committing adultery. That's not striving lawfully, man. You can't be going out there doing the work and then sinning, and then think you're confusing or think you're tricking the Most High. The only person you're fooling is yourself. Go ahead.
The husbandman that laboreth must be first partaker Wow.
A partaker.
Partaker of the
Yeah.
fruits.
That's right. We're the husbandmen that are laboring first. We're laboring right now. That's why right now, the elect, Lord willing, we're of the elect. We're gonna get the first class seats in the chariots, man, in salvation. Okay, 2/3 of Israel is gonna get salvation the second go around, because they have to die first. So guess what? Because we're laboring, okay, we're the husbandmen that are laboring. We're gonna get the taste of the first fruits. How are you gonna farm all the fruits and plants and then not taste it first? It makes no sense, man. We're the ones putting in the work, so we're the ones that are gonna taste it first. All right, go ahead.
Consider what I say, and the Lord give thee understanding in all things.
Mm-hmm.
Remember that Yahushai of the seed of David was raised from the dead according to my gospel,
That's right.
wherein I suffered trouble as an evildoer, even unto bonds, but the word of Yahweh is not bound.
Mm-hmm.
Therefore I endure all things for the elect's sakes.
Read that one more time, Saki.
Verse 9.
Yeah.
Wherein I suffered trouble
Mm-hmm.
as an evildoer, even unto bonds.
What does he mean by that? He suffers trouble as an evildoer, even unto bonds. These bonds that he's talking about are these bodies. And he suffers as an evildoer because these bodies are what make us sin. So we're still wicked, but we're sincere. We're trying to be righteous. Get no, actually that's all right. Go ahead.
Wherein I suffered trouble as an evildoer, even unto bonds,
Mm-hmm.
but the word of Yahweh is not bound.
That's right. The word of Yahweh is not bound. This is why it's not bound. The scriptures say, seek ye the truth, and it shall set you free. The truth is what sets us free. Because when you're in the world, you can see Jake now, man. When you're in the world, you know, Jake strive, like Tupac, that video.
Yeah.
You know, any of you brothers, go look up Tupac and type up Tupac speaks about the church, and that is a prime example of Romans 11:7, which is the election, roughly paraphrasing, the election have obtained it, you know, but the rest were rejected, roughly paraphrasing, right? Because 2/3 of Israel is looking for the truth. Right? They're looking for the truth, but they can't find the truth because the Most High didn't give them the truth. The Most High shut their eyes to the truth. And so what happens to them is they live in torment. They're constantly in bonds, never set free, with all these demons piling up. It's like, can you imagine having demons pile up on you, okay? And all they can do is come in, but they can't come out. That's heavy, man. With the truth, we're set free, man, and we have angels that protect us from demons, man. Not including first and foremost the Most High Yahushai. All right, go ahead.
Yeah. Therefore I endure all things for the elect's sake,
That's right.
that they may also obtain the salvation which is in Yahushai,
That's
which
right.
eternal glory.
That's right.
It is a faithful saying, for if we be dead with him, we shall also live with him.
That's right, man. Romans 8:16. Go ahead.
If we suffer, we shall also reign with him.
That's right.
If we deny him, he also will deny us.
That's right, man. You know how the Most High will deny you? Yahushua will deny you is when you decide not to go through hell. When you look for a quick way out. So what? Yahushua carried a cross, got spat on, got thorns put into his skull, got slapped, got rocks thrown at him, got disrespected as the first spirit to ever be created, got disrespected by men, and here you are in the truth, trying to slide out, trying to get up out of the thumb of the Most High when you're going through hell. Yo, that's wicked, man. You're denying Yahushua, believe it or not. When you neglect the suffering that becomes your lot, you're denying Yahushua. Okay, you're not trying to carry your cross. We all have duties to carry our cross. Right? Go ahead.
If we believe not, yet he abideth faithfully.
So if you don't want to suffer, it means you don't believe. If you don't want to suffer, it means you don't believe. Because if you believe, you would, okay, I can suffer this because I know I'll get through. Go ahead.
He cannot deny himself.
That's right.
Of these things put them in Of these things put them in remembrance, charging them before the Lord that they strive not about words to no profit,
Yeah.
but to subverting of the hearers.
Mm-hmm.
Study to show thyself approved unto Yahweh,
That's right.
a workman that needeth not to be ashamed.
That's right. A workman that needeth not to be ashamed. We're soldiers, man. All right. And when Yahushua comes back down here, man, we need to make sure that our work that we've done as soldiers isn't going to put us to shame in front of the face of Yahushua, man. We got to make sure. It's like being a soldier at war. You go to war, you come back, and you're the only one who's clean. Yo, that's a shame. Your general or the lieutenant is going to kick you in the ass, or he might shoot you himself. It's the same thing Yahushua. You don't come to him with a clean garment? Like you haven't been through anything? Like you haven't been striving for the truth? Like, no, man, we're gonna have war. We're gonna have wounds, war wounds, man. Right? Because we've been through it, and that's gonna be a testament, okay, of our faith. You know, even as far as dying. You know what? It said those that were in the grave, roughly paraphrasing, they should come up first. So if you die in this truth, your soul is gonna come up, and you're gonna see Yahushua. And that's going to be proof. Okay, you died for me. All right, I see you. Here's that crown. Boom. All right, that's verse 15? That was verse 15?
That was verse 14.
Okay, we'll read to 15.
Study to show thyself approved unto Yahweh, a workman that needeth not to be ashamed, rightly dividing the word of truth.
That's right. Rightly dividing.
That was 15. Yeah,
Right.
we did 15.
Rightly dividing the word of truth, man. So with that, we're gonna close. Stay studying, man. Stay suffering. Stay studying and stay suffering. Okay. So with that, we're gonna close. We're gonna say
Kal Hala Yahweh B'Hashem Yahushai B'Hashem Rakakadash.
Double honors for the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. And salutations to the elect, pushing this word in truth and sincerity across the four corners of the earth. Death and destruction to the wicked kingdom, 2/3 of Israel, and Esau as well. Shalom.
Shalom.